a bit worried about having her in the car. She is a very loud bird, and I wouldn't be surprised if she was screaming the whole time on the way home.
Hi, Ivy. Hi, baby.
I did not expect that. On the drive home, she was the perfect bird, very quiet. She didn't seem scared at all. She seemed more excited. She looked around and she literally didn't yell one time. So we got her home, kept her in her travel carrier for a little bit. We gave her some time to get used to things, and she tried to have a bath in her water bowl. She was just looking at her environment and she was enjoying her time. So I guess it's time to reveal our secret. This is Pico Pistachio. We're not leaving Ivy alone ever again. Ooh, hello. So we got her a little friend. If you're not aware, parrots, especially Alexandrines, are very social creatures. The Alexandrines live in rather small flocks and they form very strong pair bonds. They are not meant to be alone. So first of all, I work full time, so I'm not going to be able to meet that social need for Ivy. But also, birds benefit a lot from having relationships with other birds of the same species. Other parrots essentially teach birds how to bird. They learn social cues, communication, and how to play. And there's also lots of emotional learning involved. When Ivy sees Pico having a positive interaction with me, she'll learn that Pico and I have social value. You just keep coming back, don't you? Pick a road, man. So Pico will teach Ivy how to use toys, how to play, and how to explore. But the biggest hope that I have is that Pico will teach Ivy how to eat new foods. So parrots are essentially big copycats. If one bird eats something and survives, the other bird goes, "Oh, well, that must be safe. Maybe I'll try that." You want to come over here? Now, I honestly had no idea if Ivy had even seen another bird before.
She's probably not seen another Alexandrine. Maybe even ever.
So I had no idea what to expect. The biggest fear that I had was if Ivy and Pico never get along, they'll have to live in different cages. And that really would be difficult. So I spoke with the previous owner about her diet, and they said they couldn't get her to eat anything else. When they did try to get her to eat something else, she would literally starve herself and wouldn't eat it. But watch this. I'm just gonna put this right here. Can I keep that there? That's literally all I'm gonna do. I'm like,
Pistachio, you go for cat food again.
oh, Ellie. She ate it. That happened in 5 seconds. Yeah. Although I can't confirm it, I like to think it's because she saw Pico eating food and she thought, I might as well try it too. So after spending 3 hours with Ivy last time trying to get her to eat that apple, I didn't really want to wait that long to try and put her in the new cage. She was obviously trying to get out, so I gave her some assistance with this stick. There you go. There you go. You're up. You're going to go on the top of the cage? We can go on top of the cage. So she jumped on top of the cage, which wasn't ideal, but she just really sat there for 30 minutes.
Hi, Ivy.
Then she flew to the fish tank.
Hi, you back? You back, Ivy?
I won't lie, that made me very nervous. Because the next thing she did was fly onto the guinea pig cage. And I really did not want her to attack one of the guinea pigs.
Having a look.
Their bites hurt.
Oh shit, okay. Maybe.
And then I found out she loves hay. Okay. What? So here's the funny part about all of this. My partner, admittedly, is not a bird person. I'm usually the birds of the operation, and she's the beans. But Ivy is a girly girl's girl. Since Ivy was naturally drawn towards Ellie, it was a great opportunity for Ellie to learn how to read bird body language. And honestly, thank God for Ellie, because she was the main reason we were able to get Ivy back into her cage.
I'm a bit scared anyway, we'll see. Ivy. Good girl. Here you go.
So once Ivy was settled into her new cage, it was on to the next big problem, her diet. Going into this, I thought one of the big issues we were going to have was transitioning her from a seed-based diet to a pellet-based diet. When I spoke to the previous owners about this, stop it, they warned me they already tried to transition her from a seed-based diet to a pellet-based diet, but she would literally starve herself rather than eat the pellets. So I was very surprised when this happened.
I think Pico's a good bird though for her. Because if she is a crossbreed, apparently crossbreeds often get taken by other...
Yeah, that was a pellet. She just ate a pellet.
I honestly couldn't believe it. My best bet was that she was in a curious mood and she just decided to go for it. So there she is, in her new home. I know the cage is rather small right now, but right now that's one of the constraints that we have. Eventually, when Pico and Ivy become friends, then we'll be able to upgrade their cage significantly. I guess my ultimate goal with Ivy and Pico is to put them in an outdoor aviary that's temperature controlled, because I actually don't know how Alexandrines survive in the wild. Their temperature ranges are so strict. If it's below 15 degrees at night, they will have a bad time. If it's above 30 degrees, they will have a bad time. Yesterday alone, during the day, it was 33 and dropped to 10 degrees at night. They can't go outside. My goal is to eventually move them to an outdoor aviary, a minimum, absolute minimum of 6 by 6 meters. And that entire area has to be temperature controlled to some degree. But for now, this is the cage she'll be living in. And then when Pico and Ivy are friends, I'll be attaching the two cages together, double the amount of size they have during the day. One problem I noticed straight away with Ivy was how jumpy she was in her cage. So what we did was we set up this white bowl that's currently full of vitamin water on the side of her cage, so that every time we go past, we can pop in a sunflower seed and we can build up some positive association. Oh, and Ellie thinks she might be a crossbreed. I don't think so because of the size of her beak. But what do you guys think? So I know it's really early, like literally day one, but they don't seem to hate each other. I don't really know if Ivy's picked up that she's the same as Pico, but the goal is to introduce them slowly over time. And that's something I really don't want to rush. Oh, and it turns out she does this dance for interaction. I didn't realize this at the time, but she was actually doing that on her first interaction. If you haven't seen that video yet, you can check that one out here. And thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like, it really means a lot to us. And if you have any tips on training Ivy, please let us know. I'm so glad we picked up Ivy, to be honest. It was way easier than I thought it would be. I expected to come home to a nightmare, and she is just fine. I expected Ivy to be a lot more work, but she's just a lovely bird, and I'm glad we're able to give her the opportunity to be her best.